Cool. Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alwin, and I'll be sharing with you some of the processes that uh, is actually quite in line with the entire theme today in terms of how are we going to capture data, how are we going to use data to enhance our processes and whatnot, and where we come in as a solution provider is a lot more focused on those who are just about to begin the process, or you may already have a ERP system that covers your overall business, but you want to narrow down and focus on your production, on your or trading, or in very specific areas. I'll talk a bit more. Some of the solutions that I'm providing can even go into QC and whatnot, but just bear in mind the concept is data capture. Okay, so let's begin. So about us, we are a ERP solution provider. We started uh, uh, by providing cloud solutions. So we are only cloud system kind of solution provider. And in the last few years, we started narrowing down towards inventory solutions. And just to be clear, I look at manufacturing inventories or trading inventories exactly the same way. As long as there's a movement of stocks, that's where we come in. Okay. Our solutions, as I mentioned, we are cloud. We only do cloud solutions. We are focused on warehouse management for manufacturing or related industries. Today is a lot more about data capture and how small businesses or people who want to investigate how they want to grow their business can do simple data capturing activities. We plug it into a analytical tool, and we also have ERP accounting, and we also partner with some other industry providers to do the job. And our latest venture is then to uh, integration with e-marketplaces, which is for another day. Okay. Right. So for today, I've kept it simple. It's a four-step approach. We'll go with BEAM. BEAM, B for barcoding everything, uh, E for end-to-end tracking, and then A to analyze your data, and then we talk about maximization or optimization in a little bit, right? So I'll break down the four sections in a bit more detail, and feel free to ask me any questions. Okay. First thing is we barcode everything. What does that mean? For us, it's very important that we will help our clients structure a tracking hierarchy. What does that mean? You might have parent product, you might have SKU products, you might have batch products, you might have serialized numbers, and so on and so forth. A simple example is if four people sit in a car, four of them have their IC number, we can track their IC number, and if needed, we can track the car registration number that moves along with the four passengers. Right, that's a simple idea. We customize our barcodes, we help you print them and then label them immediately in all forms, shapes, and sizes. So once you've barcode everything, then we help our clients look at what it means to be end-to-end. For some people, as a trading company in health products, I'll talk about VRC in a minute, they will track from their suppliers and then from suppliers into warehouse and then going into their customers. So simple example is we first do what we call a supermarket cashier concept. A concept is a very simple table where you can have screens, you can have scanners, you can have printers, weight readers, or packaging material. This is a concept that I'm trying to introduce to my customer. Depending what is relevant, we will then say you implement it, build a few stations. I'll talk about stations in a minute. Or for some people who wants to do tracking on the go, we integrate with mobile apps, our own app, or we do mobile computer or what we call the PDA that can have higher speed scanning. So how does that work? So in a production environment, you can see the stations, or as I call it, the stations can be placed in anywhere that is relevant to you that you want to capture data. It could be assembly, it could be production data, it could be controls. And with the station, we start off with simple, low-cost barcode scanning and QR code scanning. If it's just a simple warehouse, then we do stock in as one station, stock out as another station, and we can do internal stock count, stock tracking, and whatnot. Again, the concept is if I have a barcode, I want to track it initially using barcode scanners. For those who are a bit more advanced, then we work with partners to implement sensors and whatnot. Um, those are uh, those are possibilities, but today's session is just focusing on helping businesses get started. Which the reason for that is once you have data, we are then talking about how do we analyze it, where are your lubangs that you want to fill, where are your gaps that you want to close, where do you want to optimize. Um, my past experience is working in the banking sector where we do a lot of data mining and we help clients look for the small holes that is able to accelerate your business. Where are your bottlenecks? All this information is in a lot of companies don't have this data, and that's the immediate idea that we're trying to push for. Once you have that, for those who are interested, we also plug into dashboards. Power BI is quite popular and it's actually very affordable. It's only $10 a month. We plug it in, you build your own dashboards, and then you can go into deep insight or deep data analysis if you want to. For those who want to bring in next step from the data, we then do optimization. So in this case, ABC stock cycle is an example where if you understand 20/80 rule, we look at 20% of your high frequency or your highest frequency stock movement, and and using data, we then recommend that people take more control or more observation into this 20% because this is where you want to pay more attention and refocus. There's a lot of optimization that can be done, but this is just one simple example. So there's a lot of reasons to go into data capture. I think a lot of the speakers and panelists has already gone through. We as a provider, although we do a lot of ERP work, we are trying to go into the manufacturing sector and today in MedTech with a simpler solution, with a low-cost solution to help you get the ball rolling. And once you have data, you can make better decisions to move forward, right? So VRCI is one of our clients. So if you look at the acne set, we serialize, we track it. Let's say one carton has 30 sets. We will track every single set, put in a carton. The right hand side is a sample of the carton sticker. So the example of the car and the passenger, we will just track the carton and it will just go. Second example is DU fiber. We look at their manufacturing process and see where do I need to put a station. I can put a station, a weight machine here, a QR code label here. Once we've analyzed that, then so this is an example of one of the stations where they integrate with weight machine. We also integrate with their weigh bridge, and we also track big movements. Here are some of our examples. We've worked with clay manufacturing, we've worked with health and beauty, we've worked with cable, but the whole idea is just helping them capture data and then help them use data to grow their business. All right, I've tried to cap it as short as possible. That's it for my session. Any questions from the floor?